This year is the year. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna NaNoWriMo. I've tried before a couple times. It did not really go well. In my previous attempts, I was in college, and November is when everything starts to ramp up. Final papers, final projects. So it's understandable, but also I'm just full of excuses, and I will always find ways to procrastinate anything good I ever want to do, ever. NaNoWriMo, if you're unaware, is this writing challenge in the month of November where people on the internet try to drive themselves crazy by attempting to write novels 50,000 words in length or more. And if you hit 50,000 words, then you've won. There's not really any prizes besides like self-satisfaction. And I did actually finish one once, except I did not finish writing it until almost an entire year later. So I don't even know if it was 50,000 words because I wrote it all down by hand, because I'm more comfortable writing that way. When I write on the computer, I tend to allow myself to get really super distracted. So I have the double challenge of trying to write on the computer without getting super distracted, as well as writing 50,000 words. My first year out of college, I did write a handful of poems, and now I'm writing songs, but I have not written fiction since I left school. And so since I'm a little rusty, I'm essentially going to write fan fiction of characters that I have already made. I have two different long stories. One of them is the previously mentioned story that I did finish. The other one is from a 30-page script I wrote for a screenwriting class in my last semester of school. And there's two main characters in each of those two stories. My plan, because I really don't see myself finishing this 50,000 word task any other way because of how terrible I am at life, is just to write 50 short stories of roughly 1,000 words or more on these four characters. Although they kind of exist in different universes, and maybe I'll wind up writing crossover fic of my own characters. But right now, I'm just looking at like 25 short stories for the one pair, 25 short stories for the other pair, and we all end up with 50,000 words. Because literally, that's, I think, the only way I'll get myself to do it is if I don't have to make up every single thing from scratch. I'm also kind of scared that if I try and force myself to do something new, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to give up because, like, oh, I don't have any ideas. Like, oh, I'm super lame. My name is Crystal, and I make excuses for why I don't do anything ever. I just am not comfortable with fiction anymore. Even when I mainly wrote really short things. That was like a page or two or more on the computer. So Nano is gonna be rough. If you want to share in my misery, or if you're planning to share in my misery for the month of November, you can friend me on the NaNoWriMo website. My name, I believe, is krystaaaalkay there as well, with the 4 A's in it because I'm a crazy person. And we can be writing buddies and cry together and hate our lives together. Although maybe if you've done it before, like, you're anticipating more enjoyment than I am. But like, I need to write more. I want to write more. I just don't. I'm saying it right now. Unedited NaNoWriMo progress vlogs of probably 3 minutes in the month of November every week about how my Nano is going. That is a promise that I will keep. Assuming that I actually keep the promise to do NaNoWriMo, which I'm thinking that now that I have told the whole internet about it right now with this video, I have to do it, because then you guys are gonna make fun of me and mock me and, you know, yell at me maybe if I don't. I need to state this more positively. I will win NaNoWriMo this year. What is this adding to my statement? I don't know. It's probably pretty shameful that as a nearly 24-year-old woman the only way I'm gonna do something like this is if I tell other people I'm doing it so they can punish me if I don't. If I don't win NaNoWriMo, we should determine some kind of video penalty I have to do. Because I really have absolutely no excuses at all this year. So, in the comments, why don't you tell me, suggest ideas for what my consequence is if I don't finish NaNoWriMo. You can friend me on NaNoWriMo, and yeah, I'm gonna go now because it starts really soon, so I have to do everything I want to with my life before it begins. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and peace out.